Hello, what's this old thing? Look how cute with the bow. Oh, look at this little Victoria's Secret. It says bride. I literally saw it yesterday and I was like, I'm bringing this home with me. I have to. Guys, I promise I'm not gonna make this my whole personality. But it's only been a month. Like, you have to like let me just like live in this little moment. But okay, wait, we're not gonna get into it yet. However, hello everybody. Welcome back to a DEPOP Talk. It's been so long since I filmed one of these. So long. Like, I literally did I film one like since Romania? I'm not even sure the last time I filmed one of these. The girl's been busy. I've been so busy. And we'll get into all of that. But I'm so excited because I'm feeling like doing some like color combos that I've been loving recently. It's gonna be like a little bit of chit chat, but a lot of styling and just showing my recent pieces that I've been loving. This is what we do instead of thrift hauls at this point, to be honest. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, welcome back. Love you. Is this how we do it? Love you. Okay, anyways, let's get our first fit on. Last month-ish for coats, I would say. It's February, so I feel like March is definitely spring. Like, we're headed into the spring. We got through the 3 months that were the darkest, which I'm so happy about. So we're finally on the up and up. I think like the sun is starting to set around 5:30. Literally so happy about that because that means that I can do Depop photos for longer soon. And then my life doesn't feel so crammed because I have a little bit more time to do things. I got this coat yesterday. A lot of the stuff that you'll see I got within the last couple days. And I love it. We're still gonna do a couple coats, like more like spring coats before we move on to spring stuff soon. But I have been loving like mixing and matching colors. Also, there goes any of the cleaning that I have done recently. I know this is not really a mix match of a color, but this yellow bag is kind of so fun. I have an outfit though that I'm going to use this for, but this could also be such a vibe. But yeah, we're going to photo this. I'm like, what is this bag? Where did I get this from? This little 9 West. She could be a vibe, but not with this outfit. Okay, where should we start? So yes, of course, I got engaged. You guys have had so many questions about the engagement, about wedding plans. People keep texting me. Obviously, they're not you guys for the most part asking me what I'm doing for the wedding yet, but I have no idea. We have no idea. Like, even my mom yesterday was like, so, like, when are we gonna start wedding planning? I'm like, I have so much going on right now that I can't even think about that. We'll get back to that. I'll get back to you on that. I don't know. I was like, when I was on vacation, obviously I was in Florida for a little bit and I had some time to think. And then I got home and I was like, I have no time to think about the wedding. So I did like see some nice venues that I like. I don't know what I want necessarily though. Where do you start? Obviously I did kind of start with a little guest list to kind of get like a vague number of how many people. Where do we want it? I don't know where we want it. I think it's more like you have to find the venue that you fall in love with and that it's in your budget and that like it works with everything, and then that's where you go from, essentially. That's my thought process anyways. The sun is out today. I literally might have to move you guys in a little bit. I'm still here for a stripe and I love, she's so darling. She is like black at the bottom. This is RW & Co. I love an old RW & Co. There's like, okay. I can't even hold myself I'm a bad secret keeper. I'm a bad secret keeper. And my fiance asked me to keep a secret, and I am so bad at keeping secrets. Not the Disney knees. I'm so bad at keeping secrets. I literally... Okay, yesterday I found out. By the time you guys see this, it will be old news. I essentially was... I didn't even update you guys on the first update that was supposed to be in the vlog. But now I'm like, I have to scrap the vlog, some of it, because it's not even irrelevant to our life anymore. So my fiance was in Brasov in Romania. He left for reasons that just, it wasn't the right fit. He was there with a different coach, X, Y, and Z the year before. It was great. He loved it. Amazing. Got a new coach. Not a good fit. We left. He left in November. He came home for 2 months. It was such a good 2 months. Honestly, the best part of the 2 months was that he got to be in my life, in my world for once. And he really did see that I work. I work a lot. He said, you really don't sit. And I'm like, yeah, I've been telling you, this is my life, because we really haven't been at home together. Like, if we're together, we're where he is at his job overseas, Edmonton, So he's never really seen me in my element the way I work, and you guys have seen me in my element. Like, I mean, he's watched a vlog or two, obviously, but if you guys would be like, you're a nutcase, the amount of time that you actually work. He experienced that. He probably experienced he probably experienced like demon me a little bit, because December was crazy for sales. And he was up in that shipping room. That man was working. I was like, okay, this is going to be my husband for sure. This was before no judgment on the mess in the house, no judgment on anything, just literally letting me work, letting me do. And I was like, you're perfect, because you're not like, who would not judge? Who wants this? Nobody wants this. That was like, okay, you're going to be I also was probably the bitchiest I've been, because it was December and I never had to balance him and work. Where was I? Okay, let me shoot this. First of all, this color combo, the blue and the yellow. Okay, here's the first color combo. Plum, purple. It's so funny. I was doing a Whatnot live, and I was selling a purple shirt. And if you're watching this, I'm talking about you when you called me out for not liking purple. This is proof that I've actually been vibing with purple again. I was like selling a shirt and I was like, wait, this is kind of cute, like with like the cargo pants, and she was like, I think it was Bling Dealer. Sorry, calling you out. You're like, I thought you didn't like purple. Low key, it's been growing on me. This like dark plum, specifically with yellow. Stop. This color combo is so sick. This is old Le Chateau. Vintage Le Chateau is the best. Anyways, okay, back to my story. We're gonna shoot this. I'm on my grind and I've given myself like 15 photos. That's how many photos I can take of each item. Maybe 20 if it's a dress, because sometimes dresses are like a little bit more. Because I would stand here and take 30 photos of each thing, and it's like, I don't have time for that. The other thing, everybody has been loving zebra print, and I have personally been loving turquoise. This color specifically, this is so 2014, I would say. Look how insane this is. This is literally insane. But I love this color combo of this blue color and the zebra print. I have so many zebra print pieces to show you guys. This is the first one. Okay, definitely my favorite. This also could just be a dress or like a swim cover. This could be so cute. I know what bag I want. Oh yes, this color right here. This old Aldo bag with the big button is kind of everything. I love her. Is this like too Pinterest with the bright tights? Like, I feel like if you know, you know. If you don't, then get your ass on Pinterest. But I feel like I kind of like it. This is too short to be a dress, I think. But with like the tights, you could get away with it. Okay, definitely a whole lot more less Pinterest. These are my favorite jeans ever recently. They fit me so good. I kind of love this. Pop. Kind of love it. Okay, love it. I kind of just love a bright combo right now, or I'm all black. Like, it doesn't make sense. The skirt is so cute for Valentine's Day. It could be so cute. You could also just put like a black tank top with this, which I think I'll probably shoot it with a black tank top. I just feel like this color combo is a lot for people when they're shopping, so I feel like I try to like dial it down a little bit on Depop. I find that helps a little bit. But like, this is so cute. You guys see the vision? I did end up shooting it like this. It's so cute. Just getting ready for work. Okay, circling on back to my story as I shoot this incredible Tommy sweater with the star. She's so cute. But basically, we got engaged, obviously. Isaiah is everywhere right now, okay? So essentially, the first thing we found out, well, we didn't really find out anything for a while, for 2 months, to where he was going. Then we found out he's going to Poland. Okay, so he got to Poland, and the man hurt himself. Like, the first week he was there, he hurt his hamstring. And they were like, it's a business. It's cutthroat. It's gosh darn cutthroat. If they're paying you and you can't play, they're getting rid of you. So he hurt his hamstring, and he was like, he went to the doctor's like, you're like this close to tearing your hamstring. So he's like, okay, well, I can't even like force it. So they asked him to leave. He's like, well, what the am I gonna do now? Because this was like his second job of the year. Honestly, the year's like flying by because it's already February, March, April, May. So we only have 3 more months of the year, maybe a little bit of June too. So he's like, what the heck am I gonna do it? Our whole thought was last year when he was in Romania. Our big thought was that last year when he was in Romania, he really liked his coach. And his coach was not staying in Brasov where we were. So he was like hoping that his coach would get another team, but his coach did not end up getting another team. And till 2 days ago, by the grace of God, his coach last year got the team in Bucharest. So within yesterday, he got fired, and today he's landed in Bucharest, ready to rumble. I'm like, wait, what? Because the coaches will not take you, teams will not take you if you're hurt. But because they have like a relationship, he likes his coach, the coach likes him, they kind of like made a deal, and they're like, okay, yeah, sure. Like hamstring, like, yeah, it's not career ending. Like, he's gonna be out for a couple weeks. That's it. But so I'm so excited because we're going to Bucharest. Guys, you don't even understand how exciting this is for me. I've never been so happy in my whole entire life. Obviously, I was excited to go to a new country, go to Poland, but my friend who I became really close with last year, her husband and her are in Bucharest as well because they're also on a team there. So I've never been so happy. I'm so excited. This just tells you, like, everything does work out. Everything does work out. So I'm going to Bucharest. I'm going to go in a couple weeks. By the time you see this, I might be going in, like, yeah, less than a couple weeks. So I'm going to go for a little bit, and then I'm going to come home, and then I'm going to go for a little bit. But I'm so excited. I had a similar coat last week that I put up on Depop, and it sold so quickly. Mind you, I know I'm sitting here like talking about how I'm starting to get into like spring stuff soon. It is negative 15 degrees outside. It's been negative 15, between negative 15 and negative 20 here for the last month and a half. It has been the coldest winter, I swear, that I've ever had in Canada. Like, I don't even understand why it's so cold. I put my makeup vanity up here in hopes that I would start to film a little bit more, like talking TikToks and talking videos. Have I done that yet? No. It's been only a week, okay? So it's only been a week. But that's kind of the thought process. But now it's kind of stunting my style, cramping my style a little bit here. So I'm going to have to move it over a little bit, I think. But that's the plan anyways. Hopefully it's not unfocused. How insane is this jacket though? Ooh, with the hood. Yes, so I'm gonna go in the next couple weeks for a couple weeks because I need my Euro fix. I have been like, hello, when are we going? Where are we going? Hello. Because like, you know what? Sometimes I don't like it over there. Sometimes I'm like, I cannot wait to go home. But sometimes this has been my life for the last 5 years. Like, I've been living there for 5 years, and now all of a sudden this year I have not gone there. My life feels a little out of sorts. So it's been in sorts for like in some ways where it's like I really have been working and a lot of good things have been coming to me because I've been working so hard. But I do need my little Euro thriftcation. And okay, anybody else been on Chinese TikTok where they teach you to drink hot water all day? I have started to implement it. I don't know if it's changing too much in things, but I do kind of like it because it's been so cold outside. Definitely one of my favorite types of looks. Feet jacks. I still love a capri. And I love a stripe. And this gives both. Big guy, big guy, big guy, big guy. Really so here for like a funnel neck jacket. This one's a little bit tighter, but anything that buttons up like this, insane. I love all the buttons. And the brand is Foxy Jean. Okay, I found this jacket this morning. It's vintage. I think this is so cool. I literally was like, is this ugly? But now putting this on, I feel like it goes all the way around too. The butterflies are kind of everything. I don't know if I should save this for the store because this is like such a cool piece. Isn't she so cool? Don't play with me right now. I know she's like so simple, but look at the shoes, okay? The shoes is what completes the outfit. These are like, they're 7.5, 9 West. They kind of fit me perfectly though. But you know what? Like these with some jeans just poking out. This is the type of stuff that doesn't really sell on Whatnot for me. And I'm like, I need to style it for Depop. Like when right now, it's so insane. The actual thought that has to go into all of the places that I'm putting my stuff, selling my stuff. Essentially, I have the store, which is different than what sells on Depop, which is different that sells on Whatnot, which is which is different that goes into my wholesale. I'm like, what else do I have? But I essentially am like moving so much inventory weekly. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Whatnot has been really good in a sense of like I've been able to clear out a lot of things that have been sitting for a long time that I can just like put for $1, $2. You would be shocked the things that I like put on there that I'm like I've had for so long I don't even want a photo, and then like they sell for like $20. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing sitting on all this gold clearly? But then you have the things that are literally going to sell for like $1 or $2, and it's like, okay, it's fine. I just need it out of my sight. And that has been really nice about doing Whatnot and just like adding that. The only thing that I'm struggling with now is the amount of like I have halved my inventory in the last like 2 months, which is so. Do you know what's so crazy? These have been up in the inventory room. I think they're so sick for, I'm not even kidding you, 4 years at this point. I don't even think they ever made it on, or they did, and I deleted them. I didn't like the way that they fit. I think I was like going through a phase at one point where like these were high-waisted, right? Like that was how long ago, like it was cool to wear like high-waisted things, but they were just like not the right fit at the time. But now look at these. Wait, you could wear them like this. So like I've been going through my inventory room. Sometimes things just like are there that I never listed, and then I just don't even buy. I just leave it there, and I'm like, so I've been going through that stuff lately, trying to relist or even just sell on Whatnot, because there's so many things that like I don't know why they just never. Sometimes, okay, this is what happens. I'll take a photo in them. I won't like the photo, so I won't put them on, but the measurement is still gets done, and then I just leave them and I delete off the drafts off Depop, and those things like literally never make it to Depop because I'm so picky with my photos and what goes up. There is truly a method to the madness. Like so many times, like I think people who don't know, who aren't in this business, are like, just go to the thrift store, grab some things. Go to the thrift store and just grab some things. This is an art form, sir. Might as well, while we're here, I found the cutest hat. It's actually mohair. Look how cute. It's 80% Angora. So, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So cute. I look pretty pale today, I'm not gonna lie. I also chopped off thin hair girlies, fine hair girlies, fine hair girlies. The blunt cut is our best friend. Like, let's be real. Like, when I get any sort of a layer, I'm like, no, I have to chop it off. I literally just took kitchen scissors, and like my hair just looks so much better already when it's a little bit more of a blunt cut. Like, I might even take a little bit more off, but sometimes you just gotta go. You just gotta go for it. How cute, though. The sun. It's so sunny. It's starting to get sunny. I've been obsessed with like big belts. Big chunky belts, also these type of tops. So good. This is actually old Abercrombie and Fitch. Kind of crazy.
China's on the rise, man. We all need to learn a little Mandarin. You know? Nate's just getting out of the game. Yeah.
Is it the most spoken language in the world?
So he blamed that. But of course, hitting a stationary car is usually no, can't really argue with
I know
that.
you probably don't want to make any formal accusations here, but did you perhaps smell?
Thing is, like, I'm so sorry. Like, it's okay. I love you. You don't need to apologize.
Why are they apologizing for emailing it?
I guess because they think it's like a lot.
You really just love a red jacket, but I wanted to put my hair down because I wanted to do this Nike hat. It's reversible, so you can wear it like this, but I like the yellow. Let me just see what the vibe is. What's the vibe? I like can't decide what I want to pack, and I can't decide when I want to go. Looking up flights this morning. Oh, immediately yes. Okay. I should not be on screen in this for too long. This is so cute though. I was thinking red bra, but honestly, the black just like looks so much better. And my favorite new little kitten heels. I feel like you guys have been eating jeans like this up. I've been selling so many lately, just like Levi's that are just like distressed. These ones are actually pretty long too. Just Levi's in general, like jeans in general, have been selling so much for me recently. And just like styling them like simply, I think people be digging that. I don't even know the last time that I updated you guys on like business wise, because I feel like it's been so long since I filmed one of these things. And the vlogs, like I film so many vlogs that just never get edited because I get so overwhelmed with, I film on my phone and then I film on the camera, and that's one thing, but then I just feel like it's so repetitive for you guys with the work stuff that I'm like, I need to jazz this up a little bit and it just never gets jazzed up, and then I just like, I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna leave it and we're gonna film something else. But I do think you guys do like the work with me's, and you guys are just like, I don't care, just like post something. So I think I will end up editing it, but now my life has changed so drastically in the last 2 weeks. But for the best. Like, I'm literally so excited to go to Bucharest. I literally cannot wait. Tried to experiment with a skirt and you guys missed it. I need to order a camera battery before I go anywhere. I need to order a camera battery. It's been so hard only like filming with one battery that dies so quickly. It's like, okay, I'm getting my flow, and then cuts. How cute is this jacket though? I love the yellow and I love the corduroy. She's so cute. I guess we might as well just stick with the coats. I have this gorgeous fitted Le Chateau blue. This is gorgeous. Look at the blue. Look at her. I need like a yellow bag, I think. You know what? I do really like this yellow, but I want it to be a brighter yellow. Like, I need a brighter yellow bag. I mean, it does still go with this look, but I want it to be like neon yellow. The colors. Thumbnail. I've been selling so many jackets this week, specifically leather and like spring-ish jackets. And I have this insane leather one with the buttons and the high neck, and it snatches you in. This is like such a sick jacket. It's a small, probably like an extra small, but it's so cool. So when I last updated you guys, I don't even know if I like talked to you guys about being in boho. I've hired an assistant. I have my editor back. I am in boho. I'm about to be in another store in Toronto. I am working with Whatnot, like essentially full time. I'm a full-time employee, and then I have everything else that's happening. I have not updated you guys on this stuff at all, but my life has been chaos. I seriously needed to hire somebody, and I think like in the next year or two I need to hire somebody else. And I don't know, I'm thinking for 2026, like I need like not a warehouse, but a specific spot for what I do. Like, I think that is the move for 2026. We're working on it. And yeah, once I get tax season done with, I will be able to breathe a little bit more fresh air and kind of think about it. I also am not sure what my plans are next year with everything. Like, that's why I would eventually probably have to hire more people depending on how long I decide to stay in Europe. Like, obviously this year was so not what we expected. Did not expect for my fiance to be back and forth so much. Did not expect to be engaged. So many things have happened that I just did not expect at all. So I'm kind of like not rethinking my business, but like rethinking the plan of what I want to do, and the uncertainty of how uncertain Europe has been. I'm like, do I want to spend a little bit more time there next year? When are we getting married? Can I get a visa? All this stuff has been running through my head because I do really miss making European content. But if he's in Bucharest, that means I can fly in and out so much easier. I'm so happy about it. So if we got to a country that I could fly in and out so super easy, then I could come back and forth so easy. Shirt is literally gorgeous. I did thrift the same one in like a cream color. I think I did do it in another Depop Talk. But look how cute this is. For Coachella, you could even like wear like little shorts with this. It's almost long enough to be a dress if you're not tall. But it's so cute. I love her so much. She's so like whimsy goth. I pissed myself off so much because I've been looking for this hat everywhere. It literally sold this morning and it was in this damn purse. You know what? It could have been 3 weeks from now that I found this, so I am thankful, but I did look for it. And when you like miss something or you like forget, you can't find something that sells, I hate it so much. Like, I have looked high and low. There was a dress that I sold a few months ago. I looked high and low for it. Tell me, like, where it was, in the inventory room, I scavenged that whole area. So tell me how a week ago I had refunded her. I was like, I literally looked for days. I'm not even kidding you. I looked for days because I knew that, like, I knew I had the dress. Tell me why I look down a week ago and I just see it on the ground. And I was like, I looked in this exact spot 4,000 times. How is this even possible? Like, I've done this so many times and I don't know. Obviously, I actually don't misplace as much as I would think I would misplace, but it does happen. It does happen. Like, this hat is just like stupid. Like, why did I even put it in here? Summer is coming, guys. Summer is coming. How cute is this little I actually love this color, this Club Monaco. Such a pretty color. I really, you know what, like, since doing this Whatnot thing, I did kind of think about quitting Depop for a split second. I did. Whatnot is just like so easy. Like, okay, at first I was doing try-ons for Whatnot and like posting try-ons doing the Whatnots, and I was like, hey, this is like just as much work as Depop and I'm not making nearly as much because we're just starting in Canada too. So my first couple shows were like pretty floppy. They were pretty bad. But then like I started to get like more followers, more people, more consistent buyers, and my prices have like been like, I'm definitely happy with the amount I'm selling and what I'm making. So I was like, okay, I could definitely, this is so, oh, and then also my issue at first was I was doing try-ons and I was taking the photos during the day. Well, that's when I do my Depop photos. So how am I supposed to, I can't do both. That's like literally impossible. I don't have time, enough sunlight, enough time to do both. So I was like, how am I going to do this? Like, maybe I'll just do Whatnot from now on because it's just easier. It just felt easier. But then with the try-ons, I was like, is it really easier? Then I started just doing flat lays. Flat lays for me on Depop, they don't fly. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do if I get pregnant. I don't know what I'm going to do if I become unable to do try-ons. Because, you guys, I think, like, a lot of my sales are from me trying on the clothes. I think a lot of my sales are because, like, I'm wearing the clothes and styling the clothes. So what happens when that stops? So I've, like, been second-guessing so many things with, like, maybe I need to start doing some flat lays for Depop. Maybe I need to start branching out with certain things and trying different things with Depop, because what am I supposed to do? I can't wear the clothes. That's kind of my issue right now, unless I just take a full year off or just try to do flat lays then. But I feel like you need to start. Like, I think a lot of times my sales also come because people recognize the backdrop, they recognize the photo. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that also has something to do with it. Anyways, I started doing flat lays for Whatnot late at night under my ring light. So easy, fast, one photo, snap, sell it on Whatnot, run them $2, $4, $6. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm so excited now. I can do both. I can do Depop during the day and then I do my Whatnot photos at night. Do I have a life? No. No. I think this is supposed to be a dress, but it's giving me more top over pants. So I think I'm gonna style it as so, you know? I love this color. I've been loving like jewel tones a little bit. Fashion has just been all over the place, but like color a little bit more recently than I have been. Loving, I just made myself a nice hot cup of coffee, guys. I cannot get over how cold the weather has been lately. It has been -20 here in Canada. So freezing. So freezing. I sold a top to a girl in the Yukon Territories, which is like the top of Canada, and it was like a small little skimpy top. I'm like, girl, I hope this is for the, do they even get summer there? Does the Yukon Territories get summer? Like, how hot does it get? Okay, yeah, I knew it was like they get like a 20 hours of sunlight, but I didn't know if it would be really hot. I guess like it's like average, like 15 to 25 degrees. Was that like a dumb blonde question? Half of you guys probably don't even know where the frick Yukon Territories is. It is a province in Canada that is like above super high, so it's like gets freezing there. Let's see what the temperature is there today. There's a temperature there today. It's only -6 there. That's like here. I kind of feel like a little bit of a dumb blonde right now for asking these questions. I do fashion, not geography. I also was not good at geography. I am finally kind of digging into some of the Euro stuff. This is actually a large, so it's too big for me, but it's so cute. I kind of like will hoard it for a little bit because I'm like, for a second I was like, I'm never going back. I'm never going back. And like I could obviously go back. It's just like different because like I don't have any responsibility while I'm there, because not that like I don't even have to pay for like a hotel or anything. Like I have a place there, you know? So it's really nice because you don't have to like budget that or anything. And I can just thrift, use all my money to thrift and buy coffees. So I'm like, I always hoard some of the Europe stuff until I'm like, okay, I can go back so I can sell some of the stuff off. And yeah, so I'm finally just like digging into bits. I didn't get as many things last time too because I was only there in October for a short amount of time. And I was like, oh, I'm going back in like a month because I was going to go back in December, and like that never happened. But now I'm like, okay. And we're in the big city. We're Bucharest, baby. I'm officially done with winter stuff, and I think last night's show finally, like Whatnot show, finally solidified that. Also, how cute. I got these yesterday. I love like a square-esque toe. And they're so comfortable. They're so comfortable, mind you. I think we're moving on to like spring stuff for sure. Styling spring stuff. Like this jacket, just lightweight, super cute. You know, I really do fight myself on what to bring to the store sometimes though. But I think I'll put this one on Depop. I think I manifested a bunch of Morgan de Trois pieces. I have this I love these like silver chunky belts so much lately. I bought a Morgan top on Whatnot from a seller, and then I've been finding so many Morgan pieces post buying that, so I think that I just manifested more of it into my life, which has been fun. I love these big belts. It's giving, well, Morgan is also so much skinnier today than I was last week. Just post period is crazy, the difference. Like why being a woman is like that. I have no idea. Like what wizardry. Yeah, I've been thrifting so many of these big belts. These are like little shirts that I probably should save for my trip, but I really am not gonna pack anything, I don't think. But like, this is so cute. I ran another Whatnot show last night. It didn't go so hot. It really didn't go so hot. I did sell 92 items or something about that, which is so crazy. But I am trying to just move some inventory that I've had sitting for a long time. And I'm trying to find like the happy medium in terms of Whatnot. Right now in Canada, we're like really trying to build up the community. I keep having a lot of first-time buyers, which is great. I think I had like 90 first-time buyers last month, which is insane. The first month I did it was like 20 or something. So I'm like tripling that. I'm just trying to find like the happy medium of how I want to run my shows. I did find another pair of these like Lulu vintage flares. They're pretty low-waisted. This is like what everybody is obsessed with lately, is athletic wear, like early 2000s athletic wear. I'm so here for it. So I found these. They're like orange and navy, but it's like more of it's like a weird orange. Like I was like looking for something to match with it, to style it with. And it's like not this orange. Like I also have this, which is Nike, but this is like a large. She's also cute. And then I thought like maybe blue could be fun. Or just the black. I did also get this one, which could also be fun. But again, same type of blue color. I kind of want to see what this looks like. I was kind of thinking this was going to make sense. I thought like a lime green. This is honestly what I've started to wear to the gym recently. It doesn't really make sense. I get that, but it makes sense to me. These are a little bit short on me. I think they'd be good for somebody who's a little bit on the more petite side, even shorter than me. I'm 5'5", so if you're like 5'3" and below, I think for this just makes sense. I thought like lime green bra would also be cute, but then I was like, you know what, let's cover the tum. You had to go. I've actually had this little self-esteem situation for a long time, and I feel like it's time to have her moment. I got her at a garage sale in Florida so many years ago, and I was like, how am I gonna style this? Now it makes sense. It's like a little workout shirt. So cute. And I love the blue with the green, and this whole look is just kind of eating. I'm not gonna lie. I think with Whatnot, it is like kind of a new challenge, and I think for the most part, like you have to adapt to the time, adapt to the changes in social media. Like for so long I was just like, I freaking hate short form content, and like I still pull myself like away from that because like I just feel like, you know, that sounds like they can't keep getting away with this on TikTok. Like that's exactly how it feels. It just like feels like people, like when you're used, like the people who started YouTube, and I can attest that like a lot of YouTube, first of all, it's just hard for us to like shift gears and start doing short form, because like we make long form, like our videos are so freaking long. How do you shave it down in 30 seconds? Pisses me off when people film 3 clips in a day and they're like, spend a day with me vlog, and I'm like, what do you mean spend a day with me vlog? That was 3 clips that took you 12 minutes to do, where like I think a lot of like people who did YouTube, who've done YouTube, like, you know the grind. And I think a lot of people who do TikTok then go to YouTube, they realize this is very time consuming. Also, how do you flip your camera this way to this way? So you have to pick what, almost sometimes you have to pick if I'm gonna film this whole TikTok or I'm gonna film a vlog. You can't do both. Essentially, it's really, really hard, and when you do, it's really complicated because you're like flipping your camera back and forth and back and forth. It's just like hard. So I think that people who done YouTube, we're always like, short form content, like it's just easy, but at the same time it's not, to a sense of like, it's not, we have to just accept it, that it's here, and it's here to stay. I have to accept it's here to stay. It's not going away. We really thought it was being banned. I was like, okay, time for YouTube to have its moment. But I do think people are slowly just like coming back to YouTube. I think people love YouTube. I think that everybody can have a slice. I think we're all in this together, and like, is what it is. If people love you, they're gonna keep coming back. It doesn't matter. So I've really had this revelation of like, I'm gonna just accept short form content and embrace short form content, make short form when I feel like making short form, make long term when I want to make long term. Like, I'm not putting my eggs all in one basket. I'm gonna do both when I feel like it's right, when the moment's right. Just kind of going off the vibes. That's how I literally created my channel, and just going off the vibes. Whatever feels right that day, I'm gonna do that. That's kind of the situation, and I think I'm very, very good at adapting. The only thing I'm not good at adapting is like on TikTok, like short form content. I feel like my biggest struggle is like sometimes I feel like I'm talking in that influencer voice, and I'm like, this is not me. On YouTube, I don't have that issue. Like it's just, we're just hanging out. I don't know what it is. I think it's because like I know like a lot more of the general public. I can even like know when people are watching because I can see likes, where here I'm like, I don't know who is watching, and I'm okay with that. But there it's like, I think the general public is like more likely to just like scroll and come across my thing, and I'm like, ugh. I do go in waves of like, I actually don't give a damn, and then it's just like, actually when I'm in Europe, I'm like, I love it because the Romanians are seeing, or wherever I am, they're seeing me, and that's it. I'm not on a Toronto For You page. I'm definitely just in Romania. But I think like Whatnot, like just adapting to Whatnot is figuring out how to make it my own. Like I think that there's something so special here, and like trying to figure out how to work for me. I work for it, it works for me, love it, get into it. I'm good at adapting. I'm good at adapting to things. I swear that's my Are you joking? How cute is this? Look, oh my gosh. This is so cute. As I was saying about adapting, like adapting is so challenging, and like everybody has to do it. With every career, I feel like you always have to adapt. Like the Depop algorithm at one point was so shit. It was so shit. Now it's working for the people. There was a time where it was not working. Maybe I figured it out, but I do feel like a lot of people are figuring out there's a way to work it. And I think that I found out how to work it. And I think it's like common knowledge how to work it. So I feel like now the algorithm is working for the people. Before it was not working for the people. I'm gonna tell you that much. I really had to figure it out. I think I was at the time where like it was like a figure it out type of situation, especially even like the wholesale. Like I had to, you know, when I'm overseas, I had to figure out how am I gonna make money over here. I can't really do Depop because like I only have the pre thing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do wholesale. That kind of came from that. Like it's all about adapting with Whatnot. Like I am just adapting my life to Whatnot, like trying to figure out the schedule. Like at first I was really like, okay, no more Depop is gonna happen because I'm taking photos in the day for Whatnot. No, I need to adapt. I need to figure out how to do both. So that's what I did. I'm like, okay, I'm just doing flat lays for Whatnot. It's working. We're gonna do that. Depop, I have my set way I do things. I can't change that. Like everybody loves the try-ons. Everybody loves the Depops and talks. We have to keep pushing with this stuff. Do I go live on Whatnot without selling? Like, do I make it like a Twitch streaming? Do I make it like a streaming situation where like just randomly I'll pop on and be like, let's check out this inventory together, and then the next night I'm selling? Like that's kind of like a vibe that I'm kind of getting to do. Like go on for an hour and be like, hey, what's up guys? Like, I don't know, we could hang out. That's kind of the vibe. Am I curating drops? I don't know, because literally the thing with the Whatnot is everything's selling. Things that I'm like, I like usually on Depop, like I try to curate, like you see today, like I'm doing a lot of like athleisure wear. I wish my Depop could be a little bit more curated sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way because sometimes I'm doing photos and I'm having somebody, obviously somebody does measurements for me and then somebody does the photos, and not all the time I'm not like super in order, so it doesn't always happen that way. I do try to curate a little bit on Depop. I could do curated drops on Whatnot, like a lingerie show, a jean show, a leather show, but I really don't know if that's the right thing to do, because I think people are on there and just like you have a bunch of stuff, they're like, show me what you got, show me this, show me that, and everybody's kind of shopping for different things. And I really was selling like a lot of things that I didn't think were gonna sell, or like I wasn't even gonna put on Depop, or I was gonna donate, and like things are moving there, and I'm like, okay, this is great. We can use this, because I'm like, I can just move inventory, hella inventory. Ooh, thumbnail. The one thing about short form content and TikTok that has really been great in my favor is it really has normalized reselling. Although there is a trillion, gazillion, billion more people doing what I do, is what it is. The one thing that the short form has gotten rid of is the people in the comments being like, reselling is so bad and it's for poor people and the thrifts are for poor people or whatever, and like you're stealing from the poor. Like the one thing that like the short form content really has done is it's gotten rid of those people in the comments. It really has normalized thrifting and reselling like so much. I actually never believed that we would ever get to this point, because when I first started reselling, like it was like not cool to be a reseller. First of all, not cool. You still have the odd people that like are like, I hate resales, honest, but it really did become like cool, like and acceptable almost to like thrift and resell, and like it's like trendy to do that and like watch people film and do content, and like it became like trendy, and like I'm kind of happy about that, because there's definitely some downsides to it, but it became like normalized, and now you can actually, first of all, more people are buying thrifted clothes. Like the general public would have been like the typical Aritzia girly disgusted by used clothes, you know, like the typical, or like I still have one friend that is like no thrifting, never that. But I think majority of those people who once upon a time were like I'm going to the mall are now at the thrift store. A lot of my friends, except maybe like one, I think literally except one, especially in this generation, I think like everybody is thrifting. So I think there is a plus side to that, because then more people are buying. Like I think more people are buying secondhand, point blank, period, no matter how you put it. Like when people are like, let's do a shopping day, they're not going to the mall anymore, they're going to the thrift store, they're going to the vintage store, they're going to the curated vintage store, especially the like Aritzia girlies like that. The curated vintage store is their thrift store for the most part at this point. But I do think that there has been an upside to the fact of the short form content. The other thing that it has done is it allowed us to raise our prices. Like I used to get scrutinized so much because my price points, they weren't even crazy. Like I have raised my prices a lot over the last like 10 years, let's say, since I started. But when I first started, if I put anything over $25, it's scrutinized. And for so long, my prices stayed like $28 for pants. Now they're like $35. Maybe 40, but $28, like I wouldn't go any higher because I was like, I need to make money, but I don't want to like be scrutinized, because I think a lot of the times the people buying from me were Americans, and your guys' thrift stores are way cheaper than our thrift stores. And I think that was always something that kind of got misconstrued, especially when the dollar was like essentially the same for a long time. Obviously now it's very different, but that was something that I like about the short form and people normalizing thrifting, is that like people have become collectors of certain items. So like people are more like likely to buy certain brands, because like for me, Save the Queen, Zuko, even like some super cool like Guess pieces, like I want in on that, you know, vintage pieces, I want in on that. Like more people are collecting things. So I think that at the same time, the fact that it's become more normalized has been really, really good. That was a challenge of mine for a very long time, is I would not change my prices. I was selling like shirts and stuff for $15, $18, and I was getting them for $10 and selling for $15, $18 with the fee. I was not making any money because I was scared people were gonna be like, you're ripping people off, you're getting for $1. I never understood that comment. Like, have you been to my thrift store? I don't think you have. I don't think you have, because things were never $1 at Value Village. I do really think that reselling in terms live streaming is very much going to be the future. I think that it's such a fun concept in terms of like you can connect with the audience and connect while selling is so fun. But I just wanted to make it my own a little bit more, where like I'm curating. Like I want it to be a little bit more curated. I love doing this, but I don't just want to put anything on. Like I want it to be extraordinarily, not extremely curated, but to an extent curated. The same way like I found my niche on Depop. Like I literally know exactly what I want to put on Depop. I love styling it. Like I love that aspect of reselling, is the styling. And it's slow. I know it takes me 10 times longer to do everything. But if I don't find joy in what I do, why would I even do it? Like it's for the love of the game. And I know it's like, well, you do it to make money, for sure. But like there's parts of reselling I don't like doing certain things. I do not like shipping. I do not like listing. I don't like certain parts of the reselling. Nobody likes everything to do with their job, but you have to like a little bit for the most part. And there's certain things that I love about creating my brand. That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to create my brand, and my brand is very specific to who I am. I don't know. Let me know what you guys have found in terms of reselling, because I know I already said this. A lot of you on here are probably doing your listings while watching this, probably taking Depop photos while listening to this. What struggles do you think are the hardest when it comes to reselling? I've had so many ups and downs. I feel like there's times where I have way too much inventory and I have $0. When I started, I was like it was so fluctuated. Like the first time I started reselling, I made so much money, and then algorithms changed, or I went back to school, so I wasn't listing as much, I wasn't creating as much content, so that all changed. And then COVID hit and I couldn't I couldn't go to the store, so I sold everything essentially, and I made so much money because everybody was inside. And now I'm at this really good spot where I have a ton of different avenues. I'm very specific with what I post. I am very specific, like when I go to Value Village, even now, I only pick up a certain amount of things. I only spend so much money on my items. Like I had to delve into okay, wait, this is the one thing that Sarah and I talked about. Actually, okay, wait, before we move on, obviously we all see the new trend of like the workout, the cutie lip. These, I don't know if I should part with these. I've had these, I think, since like literally grade 9. Yeah, these were my very first pair of Lululemons ever. I got these when I was in the 9th grade. Honestly, so slay that they still fit me. Hello, I was a thick queen back then. I'm a thick queen now. But kind of iconic with the little band. But these are so back, baby. These are so back. I don't know if I should sell them, honestly. They're so cute. Ready to pump some iron, do a little Pilates, do a little bar class. Okay, what we were talking about, me and Sarah, was like we're talking about, because she's obviously aware of reselling. She's resold, but she really went a different path in terms of just like making content instead of being a straight reseller. And I kind of went the path of like reselling essentially. And because of this whatnot situation, she's like, we're like talking, and I was like, yeah, like I just made so many mistakes, like. And she can relate because she kind of always has resold. Like she did markets, just not like to the extent that I obviously had been doing it. And like I told her like my biggest thing when I used to go shop is like, obviously I'm filming, so I always wanted to get the best of the best item no matter the price, because it just looks cool in my shop. And we kind of agreed that in some ways that did help build a business, like build my business, because you always had the coolest thing. No matter if it was $25 and I only sold it for $35, it was still like the cool thing, right? But so that was like something that really did help build me, but I never was like making good money. And a lot of times people were like, you're thrifting that, like you're selling it for like $35. Yeah, but I paid $25 plus the fees, plus probably losing money on shipping. Like we're breaking even here, ladies and gentlemen. And I really had to learn that it's not always about having the coolest thing in the shop. Or like, you know, now it's different. Like reselling has become so much more normalized and people are willing to spend more money on certain pieces. Like it really has become like people collect things. So there are pieces where you can pick up for 25 that you can sell for 100 or more even, you know. But I had to stop letting myself just picking up like the really cute thing that was $25 just to resell it for $35, even $40. Because even if you use 25 to 45, like with the fees, the gas you spent, the time, it's like you're making $2 with like the fee 13% on the fee, $25 spend plus tax plus the shipping products. Like that was my biggest issue. When I went away from that, it's really where I saw a big difference in my business. And like that was like a while ago at this point, but that was like my biggest struggle. And just putting the stuff down, leaving things behind at the thrift that you don't necessarily need. And then obviously the amounts of inventory. I was just filming a lot because that felt like so much fun, and I was posting videos every week, and so I would be filming and posting, and like, you can't really keep up. Like I'm so much of an engine. Specifically when I went back to school, there was only so much engine that I had. I was playing basketball, I was in school, I was trying to keep up reselling and videos, and like videos were taking priority, so I was literally just taking videos and then like trying to get to taking photos of things. But there's only so much time in the day because I do the try-ons for everything. I did like kind of like dig myself in quite a bit of a hole during those times because I was just like buying a lot, and at this period like thrifting got so much more expensive when I was in school, so I was like trying to keep up with my content, and like obviously I was still making money content, I was still making money in general, but it was just like I wasn't being necessarily smart about the whole thing. That's when I had my overinfluxation of inventory. However, I didn't know I was onto something because then COVID hit, and low-key I was ready. So things did pan out properly, and I was ready for the fact that we were inside for a year because I had a whole room of inventory. So I just took photos and like I had a whole thrift store myself, so I was good. But you know, if that pandemic didn't hit, maybe I would, like, low-key, the pandemic was a little bit of a blessing in disguise for me. But I had to think, because I still wanted to do a lot of videos, which I kind of do a lot of videos. I needed to base my content more, which is where the Depop Talk came about, which is where my wholesale came about. Like, I love sourcing and I love that part of it. This is where I needed to start to implement video. Like, everything became a part of the business and a part of the brand, and that's where my mind goes when doing whatnot. How am I going to create my brand while doing this? Like, obviously I love video, so that kind of makes sense. Being live makes sense. But I don't just want to like be like showing pieces, $2, $2, $2. My brand is styling things for you guys. Like, I just realized I did not like this looks so much better, you know? Like, that's my brand. Is like, when people ask me, again, I've been getting a lot of questions specifically from men, which, you know what, I'm gonna do this and we'll talk about that. Okay, I just put this on. I've had this for a little bit now. This is such a sick coat. Hold on, I need to do something about the pants, but the brown buttons, the high neck, I don't even know if you guys can see, honestly, with my blonde hair. Okay, I knew I had some brown pants. Okay, I'm obsessed with this whole situation. Oh, you know what's also kind of crazy? The things that I sell on, I think I kind of touched on this, the things I sell on Whatnot are so different, which is kind of like good. The things that I sell are so different than what I like to style and sell on Depop now. But again, okay, wait. I do find that the store and Whatnot have similar sellings almost, which we can talk about. What was I gonna say about, oh yeah, men. Also, I chopped off, did I say this? I chopped off some of my hair to make it healthier last night while I was going through this manic episode. It just looks so much better. It really does. It doesn't look so Raggedy Ann. Okay, but this coat with these pants, there is a fine line of like giving away secrets when it comes to what I do and what we do. And I find this to be very safe. I find YouTube to be very safe. You'll get the odd like weirdo nut that like watches my videos, will always leave an angry comment, and like, why do you even watch my videos if you're gonna leave an angry comment? But I'm sure most of you guys are resellers, or you just like to, you know the tea about reselling and stuff anyways, or just like to watch what I'm styling, which is totally cool too. And I go to the bins, obviously I go to the bins, and for a while nobody really knew who I was, and which was, I kind of tried to keep it like that. But then you start to know people, people recognize you, oh my god, like da at the bins, and I'm like, hi. Like, I like to stay low-key a little bit when it comes to that kind of stuff, just because like I'm trying to work. Like, as much as I am online, like that doesn't pay the bills the way like reselling can pay the bills, you know? So I am there to work, right? But you know, people start asking you like, what do you pay, specifically the men? I really am just very style based. Like, obviously there's certain brands I do pick up, but most of the time I have to answer like being like, literally, I am just a style-based seller. Like, I pick up anything I think is cute, honestly, because I style them for you guys. And obviously I always keep it 100 with you guys. I'll be so honest, this is not my style, but it's just so stinking cute. It's just so stinking cute. This is the second one of these sweaters that I've picked up. Susan Bristol. And for the springtime, honestly, people love their cats. They really do. They love their cats. So anytime I see anything with a cat, like, I'm picking it up. But this is just so freaking funky. There was some good shit yesterday that people were picking up and I didn't pick up. I'm just not quick enough. Like, I am quick. I'm so quick. But you're never gonna be as quick as a man. Like, unfortunately. That I do see a lot of men starting to pick up women's stuff, and like I don't think that's always nice. I don't think it's nice. Women, like, you guys, if you're a woman, you know how I feel right now. Oh my goodness, look at this jumpsuit. How fabulous. Oh, I'm obsessed. Okay, vintage fair weather. So cute. See, starting to get into the spring stuff. So cute for a trip. So stinking cute. I do have to like start prepping because I'm gonna go away for a couple weeks, and then I'm gonna come home, and then I'm gonna go away again for like a month. So I do need to start doing all of that prep come end February going into March, and then April. I think I'm gonna go for a month in April, for all of April. So I need to prep stuff for the store. I need to prep stuff for Depop, and then I probably won't do any whatnots. Another absolute stunning dress. This Joseph Ripkoff. Stunning with all of these studs. She is so gorgeous. I don't know if I should put her in the store. I'll put her on Depop and then we'll see. But she is so gorgeous, even with some boots. I mean, if you worked in an office and you're a little fashionista. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I feel like we kind of touched on some different topics. A little life update, a little bit of fashion, but also a little bit of a reselling, reselling struggles. Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys tried whatnot? Let me know what you think about it. Like, am I caring too much about that part of things? I don't know. I really enjoy the app. I think there's so much future in the app, and like being one of the first to start on the app is obviously so important. Like, I was kind of one of the first ones to do Depop, and now like it's like literally paying off so much lately. Honestly, I could get into that, but we'll get into that in another time. But I just feel like I gotta stick it through and see what happens. I'm gonna try to do a little more of a curated show, maybe more spring stuff, because I think people are like over winter stuff, and maybe I put a little bit too much winter stuff into the last one. So I'm gonna just kind of play around a little bit, maybe not take it so seriously and be so stressed out, but it's okay. Hey, what? No barks. You sit down. You sit. Can you sit? Sit. Thank you. And see how it goes. Okay, that's my cue. Okay, I love you guys.